The boardwalk stalls are closed and trapped in a bruised and indigo dye. And the coastal highway traffic has forgotten how to slide on by. I'm standing by the shoreline where the wet sand turns to ink, erasing all the complicated metrics. I've had the time to think. I didn't leave your postcard sitting out on the kitchen wooden bar, and I didn't save the final audio messages from your departing car. Instead, I took the final page where you cleanly signed your trace and turned the fibers into a tiny paper boat to leave this place. Because when the barometric pressure drops down to absolute zero, the horizon line comes claiming the wreckage like an unremembered hero. Out here on the perimeter, the dark water is starting to overflow, and I folded your name into the ocean tonight, watching the ink dissolve beneath the blurry street lamp white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the current where your shadow tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, droning all our history inside this liquid space. The crest of the water catching a violent phosphorus flare, reflecting off the dark foam in my tangled, cold-blown hair. I try to keep my steering locked inside a sensible, safe lane. I found my stubborn spirit, loved the danger and the strain that automated notifications keep sleeping face down on the trail, welcoming the total lawlessness of a quiet, unbothered today. The tide is pulling the heavy paper down beneath the heavy flow, hiding the exact coordinates of the words we didn't want them to know. The music explodes, the 3/4 waltz drums dropping to a thunderous industrial rock stomp as cellos enter. Let it sink, let the salt water wash the layout clean. Break the glass, we don't need no ordinary scene. And I folded your name into the ocean tonight, watching the ink dissolve beneath the blurry street lamp white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design. The ripples fade out, the paper dissolves completely, the shoreline stays still. It's safely hidden now. concrete limits of the highway turn to damp and garden clay. It's a slanting evening, daylight bleaches all the rules away. I spent 3 seasons digging up the roots behind the shed, planting rows of crimson blossoms where the heavy weeds went dead. You packed your heavy winter coat and threw the gear shift down long before the tiny seedlings broke the surface of the town. Now the dark green stalks are twisting through the rusted wire rail, guarding the exact coordinates of an unwritten broken trail. Because when a physical presence decides to leave a rented space, the soil in the yard keeps trying to rewrite your missing face. Out here in the room tone, the stems are starting to grow. And I water the flowers you never saw tonight, bleaching out our memories beneath the porch lamp light white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static of your shadow next to mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, drawn in all our history inside this blooming space. The petals are unfolding in a brilliant shade of gold, conducting all the secrets that were never cleanly told. I tried to put the device on a sensible dark mode, but find my stubborn spirit loves the layout of the load. The automated notifications keep sleeping on the tray, welcoming the total lawlessness of a lonely today. You never saw the lavender, you never smelled the rose, but the roots are drinking deeply from the narrative you close. Let it fly, let the water cover up the tracks we made. Break the lens, watch the final colors start to fade. Oh, and I watered the flowers you never saw tonight, bleaching out our memories beneath the porch lamp light white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static of your shadow next to mine. The dirt absorbs the water, the porch lamp clicks off, the garden goes dark. They look just like you. The street lamps outside have a clinical slanting glare, cutting straight through the blinds and your vacant wooden chair. I'm walking completely still against the long hallway wall, watching the golden hour light begin to shift and crawl. We used to map our futures in a single type design, believing that our parallel tracks were permanently aligned. But the architecture changes as the sun goes sliding down, marking the exact distance since you packed and left the town. Because when a physical body decides to turn and run, the dark angles of the house show what cannot be undone. Out here on the pavement, the margins are starting to grow, and I can see our shadows stopped walking together tonight, creating a cold, hollow canyon beneath the street lamp light. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static where your outline tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy, and the terrifyingly slow pace, drowning in the ghost of you inside this empty space. There was no sudden screaming, no slamming of the wooden door, just a masterclass in acting like we don't care anymore. I watched the daylight break across your vacant wooden chair, bleaching out the primary colors that we used to share. That automated notifications keep sleeping on the screen tray, welcoming the total coldness of a lonely today. Or silhouettes on the drywall used to bleed into a single frame, but now they are two separate borders where I hide your name. Turn off the glare, let the plastic crumble straight into the floor, break the routine like we don't care anymore. And I can see our shadows start walking together tonight, creating a cold, hollow canyon beneath the street lamp light. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static where your outline tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy, and it's terrifyingly slow pace, drowning in the ghost of you inside this. The alarm clock went off at its usual automated time, ripping me right out of a dream where you were mine. I walked into the kitchen where the morning sun cuts gray, watching the cold shadows of our story beautifully fade away. And there he was, sitting on the marble kitchen shelf, an ordinary artifact, a ghost of your former self. A half-empty ceramic mug with a dark dried ring inside, guarding the exact coordinates where the final promises die. Because when a physical presence decides to pack and run, the smallest things on the counter show it cannot be undone. Out here in the quiet, the emptiness has already won, and the apartment still knows your footsteps tonight. A cold porcelain monument beneath the breakfast light. Why? I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static of your shadow next to mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, droning in the ghost of you inside this empty space. The lacquer on the wood is starting to flake and peel away, matching all the primary colors of a broken yesterday. I try to force the frets into a major happy scale, but found the minor gravity was something I couldn't bear. The automated notifications keep sleeping on my device screen, writing all the entries of the places where we've been. I haven't said your title out loud since the middle of July, but the floorboards in the hallway keep shouting your goodbye. The quiet finger picking stops, the music swells as the acoustic guitar shifts to aggressive, wide open ringing strings. Erase it, wipe the routine straight out of the brain. Break the habit, don't just let the seconds remain. And the apartment still knows your footsteps tonight. A cold porcelain monument beneath the breakfast light. Why? I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. The tea goes cold, the shadows stretch out long, the room stays still. I'm turning it off now. The tea goes cold, the shadows stretch out long, the room stays still. The concrete limits of the highway turned to damp and garden clay. Haze a slanting evening daylight bleaches all the rules away. I spent 3 seasons digging up the roots behind the shed, planting rows of crimson blossoms where the heavy weeds went dead. You packed your heavy winter coat and threw the gear shift down, long before the tiny seedlings broke the surface of the town. Now the dark green stalks are twisting through the rusted wire rail, guarding the exact coordinates of an unwritten broken trail. Because when a physical presence decides to leave her in its space. The soil in the yard keeps trying to rewrite your missing face. Out here in the room tone, the stems are starting to grow. And I water the flowers you never saw tonight, bleaching out our memories beneath the porch lamp light. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving through the static of your shadow next to mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, droning all our history inside this blooming space. The petals are unfolding in a brilliant shade of gold, conducting all the secrets that were never cleanly told. I tried to put the device on a sensible dark mode, refine my stubborn spirit, loves the layout of the load that automated notifications keep sleeping on the tray. Will come in the total lawlessness of a lonely today. You never saw the lavender, you never smell the rose, but the roots are drinking deeply from the narrative you close. Let it flood, let the water cover up the tracks we made, break the lands, watch the final colors start to fade. Water the flowers you never saw tonight, bleaching out our memories beneath the porch lamp light. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving through the static of your shadow next to mine. The dirt absorbs the water, the porch lamp clicks off, the garden goes dark. They look just like you. The concrete limits of the daytime are beginning to dissolve. As the midnight heavy curtains turn, slowly start to revolve, I look across the dark floorboards where the slanting light bleeds in, watching the shadows tracing out the outlines of what could have been. We were just two transient actors hiding from the clinical gray card, standing by the window glass above the alleyway yard. But the automated city went completely black when the clock struck 9:30, leaving our stubborn spirits outside of ticking human Because when the corporate calendar decides to lose its tracking line, the ordinary boundaries are the first things to beautifully realign. Out here in the dead zones, the canvas is perfectly clear, and I am measuring the color of us after midnight tonight. Static where your palette locks with mine. It's an unwritten soundtrack and a terrifyingly slow pace, drowning all our history inside this indigo space. The dashboard of reality is throwing a violent shade of green, casting an uneasy glow across our final bedroom scene. I try to touch your hand across the linen mattress sheet, but find your stubborn posture is already practicing retreat. That automated notifications keep sleeping face down on the tray. We'll come in the total coldness of a lonely today. The rain across the window pane is a mirror of violet and blue, washing out the primary colors that we thought were true. Syncopated to hide in the deepest. Splash the dye, let the watercolor flood the screen, turn off the glare. We don't need no ordinary green. And I am measuring the color of us after midnight tonight, branching out our memories beneath the electric neon white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design. The color of us after midnight tonight. Billboard clicks off, the shadows go blank, the room turns dark, nothing left. The concrete limits of the daytime are beginning to dissolve as the midnight heavy curtains turn and slowly start to revolve. I look across the dark floorboards where the slanting light bleeds in, watching the shadows tracing out the outlines of what could have been. We were just two transient actors hiding from the clinical gray car, standing by the window glass above the alleyway yard. But the automated city went completely black when the clock struck 9:30, leaving our stubborn spirits outside of ticket And I am measuring the color of us after midnight tonight. Branching out all memories beneath electric neon white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design. Just moving through the static where your palette locks with mine. It's an unwritten soundtrack and a terrifyingly slow pace. He's drowning all our history inside this indigo space. The dashboard of reality is throwing a violent shade of green, casting an uneasy glow across our final bedroom scene. I try to touch your hand across the linen mattress sheet, but find your stubborn postures already practicing retreat. The automated notifications keep sleeping face down on the tray. We'll come in the total coldness of a lonely today. The rain across the window pane is a mirror of violet and blue, washing out the primary colors that we thought were true, but leaving only a pulsing synth bass, a syncopated hi-hat. The shadows go blank. The room turns dark, whistling lit but black and the ceiling fan is spinning slow in the humid summer heat. I'm sitting cross-legged on the floorboards, tracing your bare feet in a little square of plastic that I found beneath the bed, bringing back a sudden rush of every word we never said. Yesterday, this glossy frame was screaming loud with teenage dreams, lasting garage rock anthems through the overexposed seams. But the silver highlight colors started bleaching out to gray, dry and freeze. The memories stop talking and they drop down to their knees. Out here in the room tone, the ghosts refuse to bleed. And I'm staring at the day. The photographs turn quiet tonight, losing all our magic in a square of vintage flash white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just drifting through the static of your spirit next to mine. It's an unwritten chapter and a terrifyingly sad page. Background is a blurry streak of a neon-lit diner sign, where we spent our final dollar on a midnight cherry wine. I try to touch your cheek across the glossy plastic layer, sending a silent transmission that sounds like an old school prayer. The automated notifications keep sleeping on the phone screen, guarding all the entries of the places where we'd been. The frame is still resting right against the wooden chair, but the audio has flat lines and a completely empty air. The lo-fi filters drop out instantly, the music explodes into a massive deafening wave. So please rain noise distortion. Oh, I can chant it with pitch-shifted harmonies that pan wildly across the mix. Don't fade out. Keep the silver alley burning in the line. Shatter the glass. We don't need the borders of your old designs. I'm staring at the day. The photographs turn quiet tonight, losing all our magic in a square of vintage flash white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. Sunset fades, the white borders turn yellow. The picture rests on my chest. I can't hear your laughter anymore. I walked into the bathroom where the morning sun cuts gray, and wiped the silver dust off the glass to start the day. But the surface didn't copy the contours of my face. It just projected a blank, clinical block of empty space. I spent 12 months pacing down the narrow hallway floor, living like an anonymous shadow behind the kitchen door. The automated world kept ticking on my dashboard screen. I became a ghost trapped inside an unwritten scene. Because when a timeline decides to fracture and divide, the hardest part is looking at the half you leave inside. Out here in the room tone, the margins are starting to slide, and I survived the year my mirrors forgot me tonight. Freezing my reflection under the ceiling light white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. Just moving to the static where your shadow tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace. It's drawn in all my history inside this hollow space. The clothes inside the closet are still holding your shape and weight, mocking the uneasy rhythm of my locked up human fate. I try to override the memory with someone else's name, but found my stubborn spirit loved the blueprint of your game. The automated notifications keep sleeping on the tray, welcome in the total coldness of a lonely today. I look into the window glass as the headlights pass us by, but the silver backing is completely blind to my shatter the lens, let the plaster crumble straight into the floor. Clear the slate like we don't care anymore. And I survived the year my mirrors forgot me tonight. Freezing my reflection under the ceiling light white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. The daylight drinks and blinds, the shards stay on the floor. The silver is complete cold. I can finally The alarm clock went off at its usual automated time, ripping me right out of a dream where you were mine. I walked into the kitchen where the morning sun cuts gray. watching the cold shadows of our story beautifully fade away. And there I was, sitting on the marble kitchen shelf, an ordinary artifact, a ghost of your former self, a half-empty ceramic mug with a dark, dried ring inside, guarding the exact coordinates where the final promises die. Because when a physical presence decides to pack and run, the smallest things on the counter show what cannot be undone. Out here in the quiet, the emptiness is already won. And the apartment still knows your footsteps tonight. A cold porcelain monument beneath the breakfast light white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. Just moving to the static of your shadow next to mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, droning in the ghost of you inside this empty space. The lacquer on the wood is starting to flake and peel away, matching all the primary colors of a broken yesterday. I try to force the frets into a major happy scale, but found the minor gravity was something I couldn't bear. That automated notifications keep sleeping on my device screen, guarding all the entries of the places where we'd been. I haven't said your title out loud since the middle of July, but the floorboards in the hallway keep shouting your goodbye. The quiet finger picking stops. The music swells as the acoustic guitar shifts to aggressive, wide open ringing strums. Erase it, wipe the routine straight out of the brain, break the habit. Don't just let the seconds remain. And the apartment still knows your footsteps tonight. A cold porcelain monument beneath the breakfast light white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. I'm turning it off now. I'm turning it. The ceiling fan is spinning slow in the humid summer heat, and I'm sitting cross-legged on the floorboards, tracing your bare feet in a little square of plastic that I found beneath the bed, bringing back a sudden rush of every ever said. Yesterday this glossy frame was screaming loud with teenage dreams, lasting garage rock anthems through the overexposed scenes. By the silver highlight colors started bleaching out to gray, when the automated clock tower came and carried you away. Because when the chemical emotion finally decides to dry and freeze, the memories stop talking and they drop down to their knees. Out here in the room tone, the ghosts refuse to bleed, and I am staring at the day the photographs turn quiet tonight, losing all magic in a square of vintage flash white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just drifting through the static of your spirit next to mine. It's an unwritten chapter and a terrifyingly slow grace, droning all our history inside this paper space. The background is a blurry streak of a neon lit diner sign, where we spent our final dollar on a midnight cherry wine. I try to touch your cheek across the glossy plastic layer, sending a silent transmission that sounds like an old school prayer. That automated notifications keep sleeping on the phone screen, guarding all the entries of the places where we've been. The frame is still resting right against the wooden chair, but the audio is flatlined into completely empty air. The lo-fi filters drop out instantly, the music explodes into a massive deafening wave of shoegaze, white noise distortion. Don't fade out, keep the silver light burning in the line, shatter the glass, we don't need the borders of your old designs. And I am staring at the day the photographs turn quiet tonight, losing all magic in a square of vintage flash white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just drifting through the static of your spirit next to mine. And I am staring at, and the day the photographs turn quiet tonight, and losing all our magic in a square of vintage flash white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design. The street lamps outside have a clinical slanting glare, cutting straight through the blinds and your vacant wooden chair. I'm walking completely still against the long hallway wall, watching the golden hour light begin to shift and crawl. We used to map our futures in a single tight design, believing that our parallel tracks would permanently align. But the architecture changes as the sun goes sliding down, marking the exact distance since you packed and left the town. Because when a physical body decides to turn and run, the dark angles of the house show what cannot be undone. Out here on the pavement, the margins are starting to grow, and I can see our shadows stop walking together tonight, creating a cold, hollow canyon beneath the street lamp wide. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static where our lines tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, strolling in the ghost of you inside this empty space. There was no sudden screaming, no slamming of the wooden door, just a masterclass in acting like we don't care anymore. I watched the daylight break across your vacant wooden chair, bleaching out the primary colors that we used to share. That automated notifications keep sleeping on the screen tray, welcoming the total coldness of a lonely today. Or silhouettes on the drywall used to bleed into a single frame, but now they are two separate borders where I hide your name. Turn off the glare, let the plaster crumble straight into the floor. Break the routine like we don't care anymore. And I can see our shadows stop walking together tonight, creating a cold, hollow canyon beneath the street lamp wide. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static where your outline tore from mine. The headlights outside pass by, the shapes on the wall stretch thin, the darkness takes the room, the line is gone. The highway markers faded in the deep indigo glow. The street lamps went to black in the valley town down below. I'm standing on the roof deck, looking out across the state line trace, where the neon coordinates of your grid used to occupy the space. Y'all said it, we were a constellation built of satellite beams and vibe, believing that the atmosphere would mirror all our nows. But the transmitter fractured when the clock struck 9:30. and left me drifting blindly out of your ticking timeline. Because when the barometric pressure drops down to absolute zero, the horizon line snaps shut like an unremembered hero. Out here on the perimeter, the infinite doesn't even try to reply. And I watched it outside of the sky, when dark tonight, blending out our footprints under a sudden flash of light. White, I can't see the runway, can't touch the true design, just reaching for the frequency where your signal used to align. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, drowning all our history inside this empty cosmic space. The telescope is resting on the tripod by the grate, holding on to the blurry images of a broken, locked up fate. I try to put the radio on a sensible outstation, but the airwaves are crowded with the metrics of our isolation. A phantom bar of our old anthem breaks through the crackle and the hiss, rented in my stubborn spirit of a desperate midnight kiss. But the screen is casting nothing but a clinical blue display, welcoming the total coldness of a lonely yesterday. The music guitar wall surges into a deafening, beautiful wave from a white noise distortion. Shatter the clock, let the gears fall straight into the ground. Wipe the slate, we don't need to ever be found. And I watched as your side of the sky went dark tonight, blending out our footprints under a sudden flash of light. White, I can't see the runway, can't touch the true design. Telescope tilts down, the landscape stays black, the air is completely frozen, absolute zero. The calendar page is hanging by a single rusted thread, and the backyard garden patches have gone completely gray and dead. I'm walking past the broken timber of a forgotten mountain trail, shaking off the heavy mental armor of a city turning pale. I didn't bring a navigation map, I didn't plug the device in to find the exact clear where our parallel outlines begin. but the frost across the window pane is a sharp clinical design, shattering the digital borders of this broken clock of mine. Because when the equinox decides to snap the golden thread, the primary colors of July are the first things to go dead. Out here on the gray clay, the darkness is a heavy crown, and it hurts because you were the last light in November tonight. Blotching out the landscape under the street lamp light. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving through the freeze where your shadow tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy in a terrifyingly slow pace, drowning in the autumn inside this winter space. The wood smoke is rising slow from the stone chimney grate, matching the uneasy rhythm of a traveler locked inside his fate. I try to put the radio on a sensible loud track, but the wind through the valleys keeps repeating that you're never coming back. That automated notifications keep sleeping on my phone screen, writing all the metrics of the places where we've been. You packed your denim jacket and you threw the gear shift down, and carried all the remaining sunshine straight out of this coastal town. Drums drop into a thunderous post-rock beat as the strings surge into a massive wall of sound. Let it freeze and let the frost cover up the peak, yeah, shatter the glass. There's nothing left for me here. And it's blurred because you were the last light in November tonight. Boo, bleaching out the landscape under the street lamp light. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, and the fire goes out. First snowflake falls, the woods stay still. It's completely dark now. The vinyl sound. The boardwalk stalls are closed and trapped in a bruised and indigo dye, and the coastal highway traffic has forgotten how to slide on by. I'm standing by the shoreline where the wet sand turns to ink, erasing all the complicated metrics. I've had the time to think. I didn't leave your postcard sitting out on the kitchen wooden bar, and I didn't say the final audio messages from your departing car. Instead I took took the final page where you cleanly signed your trace and turned the fibers into a tiny paper boat to leave this place. Because when the barometric pressure drops down to absolute zero, the horizon line comes claiming the wreckage like an unremembered hero out here on the perimeter. The dark water is starting to overflow, and I floated your name into the ocean tonight, watching the ink dissolve beneath the blurry street lamp wide. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just move into the current where your shadow tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, droning all our history inside this liquid space. The crests of the water are catching a violent phosphorus, reflecting off the dark foam and my tangled, cold-blown hair. I tried to keep my steering locked inside a sensible, safe lane, but found my stubborn spirit loved the danger and the strain. That automated notifications keep sleeping face down on the train. Welcome in the total lawlessness of a quiet, unbothered today. The tide is pulling the heavy paper down beneath the heavy flow, hiding the exact coordinates of the words we didn't want them to know. Bermuda sink, let the salt water wash the layout clean. Break the glass, we don't need no ordinary scene. And I folded your name into the ocean tonight, watching the ink dissolve beneath the blurry street lamp wide. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just move into the current where your shadow tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, drowning all our history inside this liquid space. The ripples fade out, the paper dissolves completely. The shoreline stays still, it's safely hidden. The neon glow of the refinery was painting the turnpike red, conducting all the electric chaos of the things we never said. You were riding in the passenger seat with a dashboard map unfolded wide, looking for a loophole in the corporate lines we carry deep inside. But a warning light started flashing right beside the concrete block, ticking down the final countdown of a broken county clock. You threw the manual gear shift hard down into the rusted floor, shattered the final gravity of the rules we knew before. Because when the automated navigation antenna goes completely blind, the secret pathways of the perimeter are the places you have to find. Out here in the passing lane, the voltage is screaming high, and we left our future at exit 99, burning down the static under the sodium glare wide. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just accelerating forward where the horizon meets the vine. It's an unwritten chapter mistakenly wild space, exploding into freedom right inside this high-speed space. The concrete limits of the toll booth are shrinking to a tiny dot as we break away from the mechanical handcuffs of the life we bought. I tried to keep my steering locked inside a sensible, safe lane. Found my stubborn spirit loved the danger and the strain. Need emergency brake, cable snap right off the underframe, erasing the exact coordinates where we used to hide your name. We traded in our predicted to security for a sudden beautiful dash, leaving the blueprint of our tomorrow in a trail of gravel ash. Blow the gas, let the tires spit the gravel to the floor. Drive it out, we ain't coming back no more. And we left our future at exit 9 tonight, burning the static under the sodium glare white. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just accelerating forward where the horizon meets the pine. City smoke fades out, the landscape opens up wide. The state line is right ahead, no turning back now. I walked into the bathroom where the morning sun cuts gray, and wiped the silver dust off the glass to start the day. But the surface didn't copy the contours of my face, it just projected a blank, clinical block of empty space. I spent 12 months pacing down the narrow hallway floor, living like an anonymous shadow behind the kitchen door. That automated world kept ticking on my dashboard screen. Well, I became a ghost trapped inside an unwritten scene, because when a timeline decides to fracture and divide, the hardest part is looking at to have you leave inside. Out here and in the room tone, the margins are starting to slide, and I survived the year my mirrors forgot me. Tonight, freezing my reflection under the ceiling light white. I can't see the highway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving to the static where your shadow tore from mine. It's an unwritten tragedy in a terrifyingly slow pace, drowning all my history inside this hollow space. inside the closet are still holding your shape and weight, mocking the uneasy rhythm of my locked up human fate. I try to override the memory with someone else's name, but found my stubborn spirit love the blueprint of your game. That automated notifications keep sleeping on the tray, will come in the total coldness of a lonely today. I look into the window glass as the headlights pass us by, but the silver backing is completely blind to my eye. I can hear Weiger picking stops. The music swells as a wall of distorted. Takes over, shatter the lens, let the plastic crumble straight into the floor. Clear the slate like we don't care anymore. And I touch the clock's design. The daylight breaks the blinds, the shards stay on the floor. The silver is completely cold. I can finally see through myself. The neon glow of the refinery was painting the turnpike red, conducting all the electric chaos of the things we never said. You were riding in the passenger seat with the dashboard map unfolded wide, looking for a loophole in the corporate lines we carried deep inside. But the warning lights started flashing right beside the concrete block, ticking down the final countdown of a broken county clock. You threw the manual gear shift hard down into the rusted floor and shattered the final gravity of the rules we knew before. Because when the automated navigation antenna goes completely blind, the secret pathways of the perimeter are the places you have to find. Out here in the passing lane, the voltage is screaming high. shrink into a tiny dot as we break away from the mechanical handcuffs of the life we bought. I try to keep my steering locked inside a sensible, safe lane, but found my stubborn spirit loved the danger and the strain. That emergency brake cable snapped right off the underframe, erasing the exact coordinates where we used to hide your name. We traded in our predictive security for a sudden beautiful dash, leaving the blueprint of our tomorrow in a trail of gravel ash. Floor the gas, but the tires spit the gravel to the floor. Drive it out, we ain't coming back no more. Accelerating forward where the horizon meets the pine. The city smoke fades out, the landscape opens up wide. The state line is right ahead. No. The calendar pages hang by a single rusty thread, and the backyard garden patches gone completely gray and dead. I'm walking past the broken timber of a forgotten mountain trail, shaking off the heavy metal armor of a city turning pale. I didn't bring a navigation map, I didn't plug the device in to find the exact clearing where our parallel lines begin. But the frost across the window pane is a sharp clinical design, shattering the digital borders of this broken clock of mine. Because when the equinox decides to snap the golden thread, the primary colors of July are the first things to go dead. Out here on the gray clay, the darkness is a heavy crown, and it hurts because you were the last light in Albert night, bleaching out the landscape under the street lamp wide. I can't see the runway, can't touch the clock's design, just moving through the freeze where your shadow tore from mine. Smoke is rising slow from the stone chimney grate, matching the uneasy rhythm of a traveler locked inside his fate. I tried to put the radio on a sensible loud track, but the wind through the valleys keeps repeating that you're never coming back. That automated notifications keep sleeping on my phone screen, watching all the metrics of the place where we've been. You packed your denim jacket and you threw the gear shift down and carried all the remaining sunshine straight out of this coastal town. The music explodes. The beat of drums drop into a thunderous post-rock beat. There's a string surge into a massive wall of sound. Let it freeze, let the frost cover up the pier. Shatter the glass, there's nothing left for me here. Let it freeze, let the frost cover up the pier. Shatter the glass, there's nothing left for me here. The fire goes out, the first snowflake falls, the wood stays still. The highway markers faded in the deep indigo glow. The street lamps went to black in the valley town down below. I'm standing on the roof deck looking out across the state line trace, where the neon coordinates of your grid used to occupy the space. Yesterday we were a constellation built of satellite beams and valves, believing that the atmosphere would mirror all our mouths. But the transmitter fractured when the clock struck 9:30 and left me drifting blindly out of your ticking timeline. Because when the barometric pressure drops down to absolute zero, the horizon line snaps shut like an unremembered hero. Out here on the perimeter, the infinite doesn't even try to reply. And I watch as your side of the sky went dark tonight, blending out our footprints under a sudden flash of light. Why I can't see the runway, can't touch the true design. It's reaching for the frequency where your signal used to align. It's an unwritten tragedy and a terrifyingly slow pace, droning all our history inside this empty cosmic space. The telescope is resting on the tripod by the grate, holding on to the blurry image of a broken, locked up fate. I tried to put the radio on a sensible loud station, deafening, beautiful wave of white noise distortion. Shatter the clock, let the gears fall straight into the ground. Wipe the slate, we don't need to ever be found. And I watch as your side of the sky went dark tonight, blending out our footprints under a sudden flash of light. I can't see the runway, can't touch the true design. Telescope tilts down, the landscape stays black. The air is completely frozen.